Hello folks and welcome. Today you join me with an Audi SQ8, the brand new Audi SQ8. And rather than me going for a drive, we're not going to be doing that today. What we are going to be doing is a walk around, because this car is very clever and I actually like the way this thing looks. In fact, it's a guilty pleasure of mine. I love performance SUVs. I know many people don't, but me personally, this one makes a load of sense, especially when it's got a turbocharged V8 diesel under the bonnet. So a big shout out to Haroldwood Audi for letting me have the opportunity to basically fiddle with all the buttons in their car. So let's go for a walk around. All right then, SQ8. So few styling changes that differs itself from the standard Q8. Obviously this is an S car, so obviously they are a little bit subtle in terms of the styling tweaks. Got the optional upgraded wheels with red brake calipers. You've obviously got a few telltale signs that this car has an SQ8 badge. Normally with Audi S cars you've got the silver wing mirrors. That's always a telltale sign, but with this one it hasn't got it. I don't know if that is a deleted option. If you come around the front, you've got these matrix headlights which are really cool, and if you cut away to a shot you can see them sort of rolling around from the rear. In fact, let's come round the rear of this car, because oh yeah, see, to me, out of all the coupe SUVs out there, this is by far the best looking one of the lot, in my opinion. But then I'd like to know your guys' opinion, so drop a comment down below, let me know if I'm right or wrong. But yeah, these lights, I mean, they're incorporated in most Audis. This was first introduced in the A7, and obviously when you unlock the car they sort of swoop left and right, and it's the same with the indicators as well too. You've obviously got quad exhausts. In fact, are they real quad exhausts? They are real quad exhausts. I was on the S4 launch a few weeks back and they were fake. However, this car does make a fruity soundtrack. But in fact, let's actually go inside and show you the interior. I've said this before, I've said this again. Most of you will think that I'm just an Audi fanboy, but no one else does interiors better than Audi. They just age better as well too. Like if you go and look at a C5 RS6, they just don't look like a 10-year-old car. And with this, it's beautifully appointed. As you can see, it's got these quilted leather seats, diamond leather seats as well too. Inside, it's got the infamous virtual cockpit, however with a difference, because as you can see it's got the rev counter, which has been first incorporated in the Audi RS6, or is it this one? Actually from the S4 as well too. In fact, if I put my foot on the brake and hit the start button, a purring V8 barks to life. In fact, you've got different driver mode settings, so we'll get to that in a second. This one has the new MMI system. Now, it was introduced in the A8 and A7. They've got rid of the swivel wheel, so there isn't any swivel wheel. You've got two screens, one to control your climate control and your seating arrangement. This one, though, has got haptic feedback as well too. In fact, this is my first time playing around with it. I wonder what it's like. So if I put navigation in, this is a good test of any sat-nav system or infotainment system. I want to see what it's like if I just want to pick, I don't know, let's put a destination in. How'd you do that? Oh wow, okay. This is all new to me. There's me doing a walk around video and I'm not knowing what each of the buttons do. So you've actually got a display here for all the letters rather than there. It's quite cool. So if I put in, let's put Silverstone in. Silverstone. How quickly does it recognise it? Okay, cool. Straight away, like that. Set destination. Hit the start.
The route is being calculated.
It's actually quite quick. I mean, how long has that taken me? 30 odd seconds, right? That's pretty cool. Obviously, this being the latest generation, it has also got CarPlay, Apple CarPlay, so you can plug your phone in and you can use Waze and do other bits and pieces as well there too. Over here, this is rather interesting as well too, because you've got all the seating controls as well too. So obviously this car is equipped with heated and cool seats. You just hit a button like that, and you just hit a button like that as well too. Most cars with heating and cooled seats. JLR are actually one of the few where they put the system in with the sat nav. It's not very intuitive, but with this is very intuitive as well too. So what happens if I hit this button? Oh, you can close the screen altogether. I like that. That's quite cool. That is quite cool. And then you've got your driver assistance mode as well too. So obviously this car's got lane keep, radar cruise control. This car's actually got quite a few options as well too. Obviously gear selector here. This car is an 8-speed ZF automatic transmission. I mean, look at how cool the gear lever is. Just holding that, wow, that's quite cool. And you can knock it into manual mode. And the cool thing is if you hit park, it knocks itself back into normal as well too. Storage space. Well, you've got wireless charging. I wouldn't know that, I have an iPhone 7. But yeah, you got that. You've also got the optional carbon interior as well too. Look at those seats, ain't that nice as well too? Ain't that really, really nice? And you've got a panoramic sunglass roof. Really, really nice. In fact, if I give this car a few revs, you might be able to hear the exhaust note. That's nice. That actually makes quite a nice sound. Now, in short, this car does have a sound generator. Now, I know a few people are quite controversial about it, but this sounds like a much more amplified V8 soundtrack, unlike, say, an SQ5. SQ5's got a V6 diesel. When that first came around with the sound actuator, it sounded like a V8. To me, that didn't sound quite so right. If you know Audi keys, you'll know that this key is quite different. In fact, if I hit the boot button twice, I mean, there's stuff in there, tray plates, etc. But as you can see, it's got quite a nice boot. In fact, I'm sure you can lower or raise the rear suspension. That just helps with loading stuff in, which is quite nice. Obviously, there's a button to shut these back seats down. Whether they fold flat, I don't know. This isn't Car Buyer, so if you're interested in boot space like that, go to Car Buyer. In fact, what I will do is I will actually find out what legroom's like. Oh, look! It's got window blinds. And you can see the exposed carbon as well too. It is really, really nice. Another thing this car has, standard on SQ8s, is rear wheel steering. It doesn't just aid the benefit of handling, but it also aids the benefit of manoeuvring this car, because this is a bulky thing, you know. I mean, it is actually very, very bulky. However, it does look sinister. I actually like it from this angle. Look at it. Yeah, this is actually nice. This is a bit of me. In fact, this could be like a McLaren replacement. I can see myself in one of these. This is actually cool. Right then, shall we see what's under the bonnet? Let's see that V8 diesel. I wonder if it's easy to open the bonnet. Yes, it is actually. As you can see, it's a slab of plastic, like most modern day engines, but under there is an absolute torque monster. In fact, this car makes as much torque as an Audi Q7 V12 TDI. In fact, one of my favourite Audis of all time, reason being because they put a Le Mans engine in an SUV. In fact, you can also see the battery as well too, because obviously this car assists with a compressor. The whole idea of a compressor is basically that it reduces turbo lag, so you don't get much turbo lag in the lower RPMs. I've driven an SQ7 with lower RPMs, and I'm not sure if that's actually quite true, but hey, maybe it's a bit different with the SQ8 in this car. So yeah, 400 odd horsepower, 600 odd foot-pounds of torque at 1800 RPM. Basically, this thing could tow this whole field. In fact, it's a bit of a torque monster. Can't wait to get my hands on one and actually drive it properly. And I actually think to live with in the real world, this could potentially be better than an RS6. Oh, I just said that. Oh, RS6 people are going to start shooting me for it. Yeah, I like it. Another thing I've noticed at the front is the radar cruise control. I like how it's just blended in. Sometimes it's just a slab of black plastic at the bottom, but that blends in actually really, really nice. The tyre size is, wow, okay, 285 section 4022. However, what I do like is it's actually on a thick tyre wall. So if you do hit a pothole, which is quite often because it's the UK, at least you won't get a puncture, or at least not. So then, that's a walk around of the Audi SQ8. Hopefully later on in the future I will have my hands on one and live with one every day. But in the meantime, have a guess how much this car costs with all the options. The carbon's an option, the radar cruise control's an option, the wheels are an option, the colour's an option, the sunroof, panoramic sunroof is also an option, rear steering standard, but have a guess how much this car is. No, £108,000. It's actually quite a lot of money. However, I really do like this, and when they bring out the RSQ8 version, rumours of an RSQ8 happening, this could be potentially better than a Lamborghini Urus. Anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this walk around video. Again, a big thank you to Haroldwood Audi for letting me have a little walk around of this car. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little walk around video. Something different, thought I'd try it out, you know. It's better than doing skids in cars, right? No, that's a joke. Nothing's better than doing skids in cars. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. Like, subscribe as always. Drop some comments down below as to what you want to see next. And until next time, folks, keep it sideways and take care.